Hello, my sweet Virgos. Happy birthday if today is your birthday, Virgo. We're going to call on St. Michael. St. Michael, please transmute all negative energy to positive, centered myself or the sign of Virgo. We're going to call on the Holy Spirit, angels, saints, spirit guides, and ancestors, and ask for a message for Virgo's greater good. We pray for truth and only truth for the sign of Virgo. All right, Virgo. Overall energy for my sweet Virgos. Overall energy for my Virgos. Overall energy. Okay. Fulfillment of wishes, foundation, and achievement, Virgo. We have 9 and 4. September, which we're coming up on September, and 4. So April or September, 94, 49 could be significant. The bottom of the deck, crown chakra. July, the month of July. You are getting a lot of downloads, Virgo. I love it. These downloads could be the spiritual realm giving you guidance on what you need to put time, attention, or energy into, what you need to build, what you need to work on that leads to wish fulfillment. Current energy for Virgo. Current energy for Virgo. That was too many. Can you give me one at a time, please? Current energy for Virgo. Current energy. Obstacle, advice, and outcome. Bottom of the deck, your luck is changing, Virgo, which I'm not an astrologer, but I've seen astrologer readings for the sign of Virgo and how August, September is supposed to be good months for the sign of Virgo. So that's pretty awesome. And I got to tell you guys something. Because, I like to make fun of myself sometimes. So yesterday I was downloading your video, which is you're entering your beast era, except for my brain is always working a mile a minute and my fingers can't keep up. And I have fat fingers anyway. So I was downloading your video and the short downloaded. And then I noticed it didn't say beast mode. It said Virgo entering breast mode. So I had to delete the video. I was like, oh my gosh, only I would post that. Current energy, you're operating according to universal law, staying in a high vibration, and justice is playing out for you. Obstacle, allowing transformation to occur, allowing the old version of you to die out, old thought processes, patterns, behavior, whatever, emotional energy attached to trauma, letting it die, letting it just fade into the past and allowing transformation to occur. Advice, you have a loyal heart. You're in union with your higher self and with God. You are attracting others that have the same vibration as you. The outcome, someone is deep in thought. We're going to see what that's about. All right, Virgo, let's see. For my sweet Virgos, by the book. By the book. By the book. Yeah, so it looks like you were dealing in the past with someone that was very self-absorbed, somebody that was immature, selfish. This is somebody, could have been a player energy. You let that tower fall, Virgo, and you moved on to peace, and you are living according to universal law. You're just focused on being in alignment, doing the right thing. Yeah, you let that past situation die out. You allowed transformation to occur. For some of you, it's not an easy transformation, and that could be why it's in the obstacle position. It's hard when you've had an emotional connection with family member, friends, loves, and you have to cut them off because they're not aligned, because they're toxic or low vibrational. I get it. Obstacle, regeneration. Regeneration. Yeah, it's like you had an awakening, and through the awakening, the divine is showing you, Virgo, what is creating imbalance within your spirit. But only you, Virgo, can make the decision to walk away from these people. And yes, it is difficult. But they're saying, in order for you to allow this transformation to occur, you're going to have to abandon the past, speak your truth, and cut them off. They can't go where you're going. Loyal heart is the advice. You staying in the vibration of divine love, in alignment with God, you are attracting those that match your energy. Those that are a part of your soul tribe, that are a part of your destined path and purpose. You don't have to worry. All you have to do is take that leap. You've done the work to elevate to the Empress energy. You don't have to worry about being utterly alone because you've just cut off every person from the past you've ever known. They're saying you will attract those that are fated to be on your new path. Don't worry. Yeah, you're a healer. You're meant to let your light shine, Virgo. Put yourself out there. All right, what's this thinker energy in the outcome? Thinker energy. Thinker energy. Those that you've closed the cycle out, they're confused. You know, they're in an illusion. I feel that these were people, whether they were family member, friends, or ex-loves, that thought that you would always be attached to them, that they would always be able to come in and out of your life, manipulate, control, dominate, deceive, whatever. They're confused now because they didn't expect that you would heal, that you would find the courage and the strength to release all that you've ever known and heal from your wounds, which set you free. So the people that you've had to close cycles with, that leave in the past, they're deep in thought because they thought you were the one that was in the illusion. It's actually them. They're in the illusion because you see clearly through your healing now. You know who they are, which is a burden. They're an obstacle for your spiritual growth. Let's look at serendipity. Serendipity for Virgo. Serendipity. And like I said, healing in the beginning is a solo journey. You have to go out alone. You have to prove to the spiritual realm, I trust you. If I'm all alone, I have you, and I trust where you're guiding me. And so your luck is changing because you are changing, Virgo. You've taken your power back from low vibrational people. You're walking your own path, and you're doing it in an amazing way, following your passion. That's why your luck is changing. You know, and of course, you know, you have very toxic, money-hungry people from your past that are up in arms, jealous, upset, angry because you escaped. But not only did you escape, you empowered yourself through your healing. It's pretty amazing. You just shocked these low vibrational player energies of the world. Even if they're not players, they're low vibrational, immature energies. You've shocked them. And it is true, when a Virgo makes up their mind, a Virgo doesn't go back. It takes a lot for a Virgo to disconnect from you, but if you've been kicked out of a Virgo's life, you're done. You're absolutely done. You're not coming back in. By the book. You're living according to universal law. You allowed a tower to fall with people that were immature, self-centered, self-absorbed, low vibrational, possibly player energies. You just moved away in peace. By the book. Because this is what God guided you to do. By the book. Yeah, to close the cycle. To close the cycle because the divine was saying, Virgo, it's your time to build your legacy now. 10 of Pentacles. This was the lesson you needed to learn before stepping into building your legacy. It was, Virgo, it was necessary for you to go through that experience, but then close it out to be aligned with what's fated for you. With regeneration, they're saying, you know, it's the obstacle because it is difficult, walking away from every person you've ever known. But you've gone through an awakening, and through this awakening, God has shown you very clearly what is creating an imbalance in your life. But you have free will, Virgo. You have to decide to abandon these people, speak the truth, and cut them off so that your transformation can occur. Regeneration. Yeah, because they're only going to block you. In this Phoenix Rising card, they're going to block you from rising above it. If you allow them to remain in your energy, they will block you from being able to rise above. Yeah, and they're going to do it by way of coming in and out, apologies that are not sincere. An apology without accountability, an apology without change is nothing more than a manipulation, Virgo. And I want you to remember that. If someone has deceived and betrayed you and they come in with an apology, but they're not accountable, they don't speak the complete truth, or they come in with an apology and there's been no change in their behavior, they've done nothing to heal from what they have experienced, which caused them to be in that deceptive energy, it's nothing more than a manipulation. And that's what I'm seeing. Somebody holding on, and in this player energy, low vibrational energy, wanting to come in and out with false apologies to keep you bound to them, but they are trying to prevent you from rising above it. Loyal heart, you have this beautiful loyal heart. You are aligned with your higher self and with God. You are calling in those that are destined to be in your life because you're operating in your fate and destiny. And there are people that you will call in that are meant to be aligned with you on this new path. You are an Empress energy. You've done the work. You are stepping into the light. You are meant to heal. You are meant to help and guide others. Loyal heart. For Virgo. Oh. Okay. Loyal heart. They said, block all communication, Virgo, if you want to receive your blessings. You cannot allow these people in your energy if you want to receive your blessings. You will not be blessed with lower vibrational people in your energy. Thinker, those that you've left in the past are now deep in thought. You closed a cycle. They thought you were in an illusion, that you didn't see them clearly. Now they are the one in the illusion. They can see, you know, you've healed and you've released them and they never expected it. They never expected it. Thinker. Yeah. Thinker. They never expected that you would love yourself, you would rely on your intuition, you would set boundaries, and you would follow God. They watch, but that's all they can do is watch. Your change in luck here is due to you following your passion, being confident, courageous, spiritual, inspiring. And, you know, there's somebody out here so obsessed with you. This is someone that could have someone you were connected to in the past that also had an obsession with money. They are just so mad, surrounded by chaos and conflict, but they're jealous. They're jealous that you escaped and your luck is changing. Serendipity. Yeah. It's like this person, they want to take some sort of reckless action to get back at you, cheat, lie, or steal. But you're stronger than they are because you've already been through so much. You're stronger. You've healed. So it won't work. Yeah, it's like you went through the worst deception and betrayal, and all that did was make you love yourself. Pour into your own cup. Rely on God's guidance. And that's why you're coming out as the Queen of Pentacles. Someone that's very grounded and stable and creative, knowing how valuable you are. All it took was for you to heal and know your value. That's all it took for you to have success, Virgo, and you will have success. Trust and believe you will. Yeah, I mean, people are in mental anguish over your healing. Four of Swords, they're in mental anguish. They don't know what to think because you're happy. You're celebrating your life since you have blocked controlling, dominating people. Because now you are in charge of your life. You don't seek validation from wounded individuals. You know you don't need to, because you hold the magic within your spirit. The Gemini Virgo card. You have had enough time to see, by you staying in a high vibration, strengthening your faith, that you can manifest and create whatever life you want. So I love it. You deserve it, Virgo. You are an earth angel and you rock. Yes, you do. So I think I'm going to leave the reading here. It's a pretty amazing reading. I love it. I am scheduling for the second week of September, and I have a couple appointments left if you're interested. I love you, Virgo, so much. You're so amazing. Please share the videos, like, and subscribe, and I will see you for tomorrow's reading. Have a blessed day, Virgo. Bye-bye.